There we go.
All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're so excited that everybody is here. If you're new here today, well, welcome. We're going to do some introductions as well. I would love to do at this time is introduce and pass it over to Taquan, who is going to share announcements with us today. So, Ta, always a pleasure to work with you.
Hey, good morning, Tina. We've got some great announcements. As you know, on your weekly update from corporate, who's getting the update? Who's getting that weekly update? Yes, 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 yes. If not, please let me know. Let us know. Let the corporate know. And if for some reason it's not happening, then let us know as well. And we'll jump in and try and help you all we can. So, um, we've got a Business Connect webinar happening, year-end review, lessons, what's next coming up on Wednesday. 3 weeks left to earn that business relaunch, 25 or 50 on the hook there. So be sure to take a look at that. The comp plan training continues, and a lot of names on this week rank advancements. Did you find yours? So it's kind of fun going through it. Be easier if it was in alphabetical order, but it is like a treasure hunt. You're in there digging for gold. And short and sweet. Mark your calendars for these dates so you can take advantage of them. And um, especially January 6th and January 24th. Make sure that those are on your calendar because they're easy to forget, because we're going off to holiday land. And when you do that, you think January, it's like, gosh, it just seems like it's so far away, but it's a blink of an eye. And it will be here, and it will be here with bells on. The other thing I wanted to announce is that on your LifeWave Now app, you get a chance to have a landing page built for you. And the landing page is specifically designed to focus on a specific goal, like enrolling a customer, for instance. Landing page are targeted marketing and lead capture tools if you're not familiar with them. And just some key benefits, one clear message on a landing page. That's the key. One clear action so it doesn't overwhelm. Landing page is kind of there for you the whole time, 24/7, and it helps you build trust. You can use your landing page to share. You get your link for your landing page, and you can put it on any of your social media posts. You can use it on your email, your bio, your conversations. It can be a guide that brings people back to you, and it's a fabulous follow-up tool as well. So join us, because landing pages, it's not about selling, it's about opening a doorway. You just open a door and people go, oh, what's in here? What's behind that door? So join us Thursday to learn more about landing pages and actually see Renata's landing page. We'll keep that as a surprise for you on Thursday. Oh, she put it up already. Okay.
I did not put it up. I
I
don't know
did
who.
it. I did it.
Tina
I'm
put it
sorry.
up.
Oh, all
Tina
Just
put
right.
it up.
Well, I was hoping to keep it as a surprise for Thursday, but surprise! There you go.
this is
All
just
right.
where somebody can land, they can click, and they can go straight to your own account. So just a glimpse, but you guys are going to be going in more detail of that as well. But if you send that, it brings it straight to Renata's shopping cart that's pre-populated. So those are the things that you can learn a little bit further. So I just wanted to, sorry I ruined your surprise. I didn't know.
Yeah, no, no, it's good. You
Teamwork. Teamwork.
see, you got Christmas early. All right. Back to you, Tina.
Oh, fantastic. Well, it is the 16th. There's announcement. There is a pet webinar this evening. We're moving it forward because of the holiday season. So tonight, 6:30 p.m. PST. And right now, I want to bring up testimonials. We're very excited about that. So we're going to bring up 5 testimonials today, whether it's business or health, whatever that is for you. So if you want to raise your hand virtually or you want to raise your hand because you don't know how to raise your virtual hand, let me know. We don't treat, cure, diagnose symptoms. And why do we do that? We're a wellness company, we're a health company, we're not a drug company. There's specific claims that we cannot make. But I will give you a quick example, of the word pain. We can say that it's labeled on a lot of different things. Not we can't say that within the wellness company. But when somebody says, "Oh, I have back pain," there's more impact if you describe what you're going through. So, for example, I had a friend, she had excruciating agony in her back, and every morning she would crawl on her hands and knees to the wall to help her stand up until LifeWave happened. So, you get a visual picture of the extent of how she was struggling, as opposed to just throwing out the blanket back pain, one of the words that we aren't able to use in a wellness thing. So I just wanted to give you just a description how you were, um, what you used, and how you are now. So we're super excited. Who would like to share some wins in testimonials, product, or business?
I can share a win.
Awesome.
Thank you, Tina. Well, some of you know that Bob had this emergency eye surgery not too long ago. And as you can imagine, it really impacted his vision in all kinds of different areas. Of course, we immediately placed carnosine on both of his temples for 12 hours and then replaced it with X39 the other 12 hours. And the surgeon was very amazed how quickly but he saw progress in Bob's recovery. And Bob keeps telling me that every time he has carnosine on his temples, that his vision is getting clearer and clearer. So we're very excited for that.
Thank you so much, Renata. How do we unpin here? I always need help with unpinning. Okay. Todd, can you help me unpin?
I don't think I'm pinned, Tina. I think
You're not, she's not pinned.
I'm not.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. All right. Joe.
Good morning. Yeah, I may have already told you about this one, but last January I had umbilical hernia surgery, and the doctor told me 2 months, no activity at all, no lifting. I said, hey, I play pickleball about 4 or 5 days a week. And he goes, nope, 2 months, no activity,
Ooh.
period. End of story. I said, okay. He said, but come back in 12 days so I can check out the bandages and stuff. So, all right, came back 12 days. It was completely healed. And he said, he goes, I don't know, what is it you did? I said, I didn't do anything. I didn't take any of your medications, your painkillers, anything. And he goes, wow. And I showed him what I did. And so he sent me a referral, nice guy that he is. And I thought, wow, it was complete. I said, big question I have is when can I play pickleball? He goes, you can start tomorrow. So I was on the courts the next day. I played 5 games that day. I've had no problems ever since. I use carnosine, Eon, LifeWave, and X39, and I alternated them at nighttime and day. And I thought, he was shocked. And I thought, wow. So, yeah, 12 days. And he told me 2 months. And I took no medications whatsoever, no painkillers. He gave me a bottle of them. I go, man, I just dumped them in the trash. So, anyway, that's my story. And I'm sticking by it.
Thank you so much, Joe. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. 2 months to 12 days. Holy cow. That's just, I love these stories. Thank you so much. Lisa.
Good morning. I have a brand partner that just started, and she immediately was feeling better energy. And so I talked to her about the Eon, And she said, well, that would work for my daughter. And so her daughter has a kind of a nocturnal um, schedule. And so stays up very, very late, kind of like the typical teenager, sleeps very, very long, lethargic, not really low energy, moving around, kind of grumbly. Well, the Eon took over in the evening and she fell asleep. She woke up the next day and my friend was like, she got up, walked the dog at 7:30 in the morning, was talking to the neighbors. What the heck is going on? So it was remarkable, and she's just raving about this. So go Eon, go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Lisa. That is fantastic. All right. Anyone else want to share a win or a success or something that happened for them? Glenn.
So I'd been following a gentleman that, excuse me, I had met 2015 on another business transaction, and I've been following him a little bit on LinkedIn. So I texted him. I said, "Listen, it's been a while. Let's get together." So he immediately texted back, "Yes, by all means, let's do that." Yesterday I called and he texted back and said, "Look, I'm really tied up. I'm in meetings all day. I'll do my best to call you on the way home." And sure enough, last night he called back. And during our conversation, I said, "Look at, I mean, I know I want to share this with you." I'd explain a little bit. And he said, "You know what? I don't know." He said, "I definitely will listen." But he said, "I'm really busy. I'm going to New Jersey to my girlfriend's for Christmas." I said, "Fine. Let's set it up for January. When you get back, we'll get together and I'll share." He said, "Most definitely." So, to follow people is very advantageous. So I was very keen about that.
Fantastic. It's follow-up is important, Glenn. All right, Katie, just hold on. We're unpinning Glenn, and then we'll get you up.
I need to see Katie in order to be able to spotlight her.
Okay, can you see me if I don't turn on my video? Because I just woke up not too long ago. I mean, I can turn on my video, but
You can't spotlight
fine, I'll
somebody that doesn't
turn
have the
on
video
my
on.
video. I'll just put it on my dog. Just kidding. Okay,
Oh.
I think that you found me.
Yep.
Okay, so I have two testimonies. I'll do my business one first. Is that since just November 14th, we've had 9 people get started on our team total. Like my team members have brought people to me, or I've gotten people started myself. And so that feels really good. And what shifted for me was my belief, well, in what other people think about me. So I was talking to my psychologist and I was telling her my idea about LifeWave, and she said, "That feels really heavy." And I said, what feels heavy is that other people have told me, "Oh, network marketers are only your friends to get you," and all this stuff. And it's like, truly what people do is they share stuff with each other. We're constantly selling each other on movies, on food, on ideas. And so that shift really shifted something inside of me where it was like not only me, but all of it. So I've been in this industry only for like 7 years total, but I've worked in every industry. I started my first business when I was 15 doing tie-dyes. I've worked with disabled adults. I've worked as a caregiver. I've worked as a waitress. I've done construction. I've owned my own restaurant. I've done a lot of things. And to me, this is the best industry because you're getting paid to help people. That's the only way that you get paid. And if we can be patient and put other people's goals first, it really is a win-win situation. So that's my business testimony. And then my testimony last week, I shared about getting the bug bites in Mexico. So before, my skin felt fine. Everything was great. I had some stuff going on with my nervous system, and the no-see-ums attacked me, and my legs now look like I have measles. And what I didn't share is that the second day when I went to go to bed, I asked ChatGPT if I was dying because I was like, I am so tired. I feel so nauseous. And it was like, no, the histamines, like this is just taking over your body and your nervous system is a wreck. And so I used Eon and X39 and glutathione and different patch placements at different times to help my nervous system and help my circulation. And it did help a lot with soothing just all of it, the skin and my my emotions. And so I would definitely say that LifeWave has helped my life in many areas. And so I appreciate all of you for leading the way. Thanks.
Thank you, Katie. And Lynn, take us home.
Okay, I'm on. I would like you to look at my husband's face,
Hmm.
and he has shingles, and it's in his eye, and it's much redder than it shows here in the picture, but it's all up through here and all down through here. It hasn't started to go further than here, but it is red with the little blisters, etc. Now, we immediately started patching, and I know that it is containing it. I've had shingles, and I know other people who've had it, and I'm sure we all do. But I had him to an ophthalmologist yesterday, and luckily his eyeball itself is not involved. But this is, he's out of patches. I'm just about out of patches. And his order that was sent out December the 3rd has not arrived, and they won't replace it. So here we are fighting it. But thank God we had enough to get him at least this far.
All right. Thank you so much, Lynn. Well, it's amazing what the body can do given some tools using light to support it. Um, Treat, cure, diagnose, but when our body wakes up to be able to, at any age, if you've noticed that today, which is pretty phenomenal. Um, so there's been a lot of rank advancements as well. So I want to just give a shout out. If you have ranked 1 star, 2 star, 3 star manager, please put that, or you have somebody on your team that has, please put that in the chat. I would love to see in the chat who has ranked up to 1 star, 2 star, 3 star manager on here today. I know that my sister, I want to give her a shout out, Jennifer Butcher, has ranked up to 1 star manager. And if you have anybody in your team that has, please let us know.
That Tina?
Yes.
All right, Karen Johnson, 2 star manager. Fabulous. Awesome. Congratulations. Congratulations. Fantastic. I know I did see a lot of them on the Rockstar group. Oh, we've got somebody coming in. We've got Glenn and Sandra ranked up to 3 star manager. Glenn, your perseverance, I love it. Congratulations, 3 star manager. That is fantastic. Fantastic. What I'm going to actually do just to keep moving forward, because I know you guys want to know about the red book that Cindie has. What I want to do is 1 star, 2 star, or 1 star director and above. Please raise your hand, let us know, and give us one tip from the top. Dr. Andrea Holmes, Lisa, she's not on today, is she? Okay. Well, congratulations, Dr. Andrea. That's so fantastic. So, one tip from the top, anyone? John. John's here. I saw John. Where's John? There you are, my friend.
There
Give
I am.
us one tip from the top. What was something that you did that really supported you getting to 1 star director, my friend? I know there's many, but
So one thing that I did was really focus on what was needed. So with our new enhancements to the website and reports, and tells us exactly where to focus. So with Renee Beth's help, I focused where I needed to focus, supported the people that I needed to support, and that helped me advance to director.
that is awesome. And you get a bonus there too, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, you do. Congratulations. 1 star director, 1 star executive. Those are two pretty substantial bonuses right around Christmas. That's awesome, Joe. Congratulations. I'm so excited to celebrate that with you. All right. Ta.
Peggy Companion is a 1 star executive and not able to be with us today, but we'll hear from her the next time we gather. which will be um the 30th.
30th. Congratulations, Peggy. That is fantastic. Well deserved. One-star director is a $500 bonus. One-star executive is a $5,000 bonus.
$5,000 bonus.
5,000. Sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody at 5,000, and spread out between two payments, but that's fantastic. So congratulations. Did I miss anybody in
So
celebrating? No?
Dawn Castagna advanced to two-star director.
Fantastic. And she's not able to be on today, right?
Correct.
Okay, fantastic. Dawn, and I had the opportunity. Renee, you have your hand up?
Yeah, Jody Brimberg is one-star director. I don't know if that was mentioned. Congratulations, Jody.
No, is Jody here? Jody,
Yep,
we
I'm
need
right
to hear
here.
from the top, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. Um, well, I think that Renee Beth has said this, and I know it's been said at a lot of our meetings, is to really focus on how can I best be of service? And rather than, oh my God, I mean, yeah, I admit it. I was like, oh God, what the fuck? But then I really had to think about the bigger picture. And, you know, it really and truly is, how can I be of service? And really focusing on that. And I know we've had trainings there, but I know Renee Beth really, I mean, like every time I talk with her, which is a lot, always about how may I best serve them? How may I best serve you? And when I feel like that, I feel like I'm more genuine. And then I don't let my brain say, oh, but I really want to talk about it. And so I really, very grateful.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much, Jody. It's so true. Serving, not selling. We'll show you a couple of those things as well. Thank you for sharing that. It really helps you to solidify what we're really doing here. So that's so helpful. Now I want to celebrate new people. If there's anybody new here, please just let us know. We're so happy that you're here. The more that we can serve and share and add more to our community. We're just grateful for that. So if you have somebody that has just joined you in LifeWave or you are new to LifeWave, please just, raise your hand. Let us know your name and where you're from. All right. Not today. And that's okay. All right, well, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be handing it over to Lisa, and I think Cindy's here as well, but I've been working with Lisa for a few years now, and Cindie has just climbed the ranks up into close to very one-star executive. So, last week we talked about her system and how she did it, and she talked about this little red book, and backed by popular demand, people want to know about the little red book. So I'm just going to go and find Cindie. We'll bring her up. But Lisa, thank you so much. You really linked arms with the group in Calgary and you really supported them. And then Cindie just went with it. So, this really shows, and Jody touched on it a little bit before I hop out of here, is when she said, I really, I talked to Renee, which is a lot. A lot of times we're finding the people that are really consistently reaching out to the people who are supporting them in this business are the ones winning. So, I'd say throw away the, oh, I think they're too busy, to if they're not busy, they'll pick up the phone. And if they're busy, they'll call me back later. That's what I would love that mindset to be. Anyway, I'm going to hand it over to you, lovely ladies. Hello, Cindie. And I'm looking forward to getting some gems from how you organize and do all of that.
Well, thank you, Tina. And you know what? I am negligent on a team member that I did not put in the chat, but I get a chance to say congratulations to Tamara Benvenue. I love her name. She's a two-star manager. I just want to acknowledge her because that's what this is all about, right? The team is so, so important. So congratulations, Tamara, and everybody. How exciting. And we're so lucky today to have Cindie Journey here because she's just a little dynamo. And I just absolutely love working with her. And we've just had so much fun together. And it's so true that really staying close is so important. And I know that I did that with Tina for a long, long time. And when she took off my training wheels, I was resistant with my hands and my feet in the door frame, not wanting to do it. I was like, no, I like it when you do the things. We did a lot of work together. And so we did that same thing, Cindie and I, and we met in December of 2024. And she started on the product at that point. You had started earlier, but we were together in a space where I just didn't know a lot of the people that were in Calgary. And I said, let's just do a little pod. Let's get everybody together. And so we consistently every week got together. And through that, I got to watch this amazing growth with Cindie. And she made a decision. She said, I'm ready. I'm going to make this decision. I'm going to do this. And so we started to embrace the system. When Miracle Ready Team website came out, um, that was really, we need to use this tool and this resource, because anytime you have tools in front of you and a system that you can follow, you're going to have much more success. And Cindie's a walking example of that success. First of all, she said yes to hearing from people that have done this in this industry before. She'd been involved in other things before and had said, I've never had success in anything much, that I've done, but I've dibbled and dabbled. So she was coachable. She said yes. She never felt like I'm bugging anybody. She was like, how do I do this? What does that look like? What would you think? So she has that wonderful attitude. And so, Cindie, I'd like to hear from you what your takeaways are from. I know people are interested in the tracking that you did. You have a little red book. Do you have your little red book with you right there?
I have my little red book.
Awesome, awesome. So there were some patterns that we used when it came to the website, some things that we consistently did. And then we also did some analytics. We were always kind of looking at where are we at? What does that look like? Let's do some daily modes of operation, DMOs. So there were daily things that you did that you tracked in your book that really helped you, I think, with your staying on track, because you're a person who likes a plan. You like a plan, you like a system. What am I doing next? And but Cindy's the queen of follow-up. I have to tell you, she is so good at it that I could take lessons. I'm telling you. And we have a story about that follow-up after, but I want to hear a little bit more about you and where you're at with what you did to get to where you're at using your book and your DMOs.
Wow, I can't believe I've caused quite a stir with my little red book. It's just a moleskin. So please go to Chapters or your local store and buy one, because and I chose red because I wanted to be on fire. And I don't know. It's so funny because Lisa was such a wonderful guide for me. And when we did switch over to the Miracle Ready team, it was so easy to implement the system of just sending out an introductory text message to people that you've talked to. And so it just made it so much easier. And I love the ease of things. So it just really helped me to grow fast and keeping track of. I started off with my why. I put my why, my goals, in the back of my book so I can reference them all the time, and to keep me on track and to keep me focused, right? So I hope I'm answering your question.
Oh, that's good, because you followed a pattern. You said, I'm going to use the website. I love the information. And you followed the system. And then what we would do, we created, and I know that we had one that we created, and it was actually Sherry Beatty that
Right.
started that. And she's on our team, and it was wonderful. She said, why don't we do a text? Because after we talk to somebody and we open that door, it would be nice to have go here, 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 and here. And I said, let's do it together. So we did it in that group meeting. And then what we found is that we were having absolute success, because then we could track, what did I say to that person? And we were more accountable because we were asking for the appointment right then and there. We would say, okay, well, great. When you had a chance to look at it, what time would that, how long would that be? And so we were learning to do that. And you consistently did that. When can I follow up with you? It held you accountable. And you really did do that. And then you were looking at your 3 to 5 people that you were talking to per day. Doesn't mean that Cindie was out there going, I need the close, I need the sale, I need to do this, I need to do that. She was saying, hey, how are you doing? It's nice to talk to you. It's been a while. And so she was making that connection and she was really doing her outreach. And then through that, you were doing your inviting as well, inviting to the website, you were inviting to events. I remember you had people at corporate. You took up 25% of the room, I believe, at corporate, only a couple of months after you decided that you were going to do this business. But you did something else too, is that you really paid it forward as well. And you were telling people, this is what I did, this is how I did it. So in 1 week alone, you had gone senior director only a couple of months after you went manager. You went senior director, you broke 3 or 4 managers and 2 directors in a week. And so people were duplicating what you were doing and doing that whole thing. So it was flowing. And that's where we go with flow when we say duplication. And so I think that's really important as well. So you were walking the walk and you were just being you, bringing yourself to the table and showing up to the meetings. You
Absolutely.
have hardly missed a Tuesday meeting, is that right?
I've hardly missed any. So no, I love the connection with the team. And you're always going to get an idea or learn something new. It doesn't matter how many times you come on the same meeting. It's always different. There's always something to learn. And, all of a sudden something's going to click. And so definitely, I love the connection. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going. It keeps me meeting all these wonderful people and getting to know them. And that's how we build relationships. And, meeting people at convention was even a bigger thrill. So I look forward to meeting them. Like all these people on this team, I just love you. And we're just going to keep meeting each other. I love it. And that's how we just move forward because we can always get ideas from everybody and each other.
You're, excuse me, you're an action taker. And that's one of the things too. Like you don't sit back and go, oh, whatever. Last week, Cindie called me. Here's an example. So when you get to a certain rank in, excuse me, in this company, LifeWave will gift you customers. She got gifted a customer. She didn't know them. So she looked in her back office like, oh, who is this? So she was really excited and she contacted that person. And you just met this lovely woman who was ordering because her parents had said, please order this for us. And that lady called last week and you said, Lisa, can we do a Zoom together? And I'll let you take over from there.
Well, it was quite fun. You do get these leads and some people give their information and some don't. So I just thought, well, what am I going to do with these people? I want to talk to them. I want to know them. And this one lady was very kind. Her dad was quite ill. And so she was ordering patches for her dad. And I just let it be. And I get this text message from this lady who is the mom of the lady that enrolled, and she's telling me about her husband. So I contacted Lisa. He has some extensive health issues, and so I just wanted to make sure that I'm doing the right thing, the right guidance, and I got us all on a 3-way call, and we did a Zoom, and she's absolutely lovely. And she went from a preferred customer, her daughter, to enrolling with a premium pack so that she can get all of the patches to help her husband in his journey. And they're absolutely lovely. We're in contact almost every day. And I feel like I've just made a new friend. They're down in a town about 2.5 hours from me. However, I feel like I just want to get in the car and go meet them.
Yeah, you know what? They were just lovely people. And because of your follow-up, that really happened. And, you took action and, you reached out. They weren't just floating. They could have just floated around and not known what to do next, but you were proactive. And, I think that when we look at your tracking and what you've done, you've followed up. You've said, this is what it is. I mean, I think it's just in your book, you've got your follow-up, you've written down your warm market. I know Tina's got some different things to show on the website when it comes to that, about, who is it that you know, but you've really kept track of that. You've kept track of the amount of people that are coming into the organization, the dates, how many, the ratio. You've been keeping track of, your progress, what's working, what isn't. So I think that there's a tracker as well that Tina's going to talk about a little bit about today as well. But for you, you just said, I just need to be organized. And Cindie color codes things. And so can you show inside of your book just a little bit? People are
Oh
curious to see
yeah.
just a quick flip.
Well, yeah, I just have like I have my little I have notes, I've got sharp or anything I feel is important, anything
So
I want to
the people,
highlight.
the people that you've contacted and where
Yep,
they're at with the contact that you've
yep,
done, how many times you've contacted, what your next step will be. So you're
yeah.
really doing an analysis of what you're doing.
Yeah, and who I've enrolled, right? And then what I started off with was just people I thought of, just people I could think of off the top of my head. Those were my first people that I put in my book. Then I went through my phone and there were some duplicates. So I just duplicated them in my book. And as I contacted them, I would or who I wanted to contact next, or who I actually enrolled is done with green. Green is money, people. I use green highlighters. I go through them like crazy. So
That's
anything with a
awesome.
green means it's business and it's money. So there you go. There's my green. Those are the people I've enrolled.
That's
But it's
awesome.
just constantly, continually adding to, because you're going to think of people. Oh my God, I haven't talked to that person, and you're going to add them. And I've got about 4 or 5 appointments for January already. With the holiday season, timing isn't great, but we've got some appointments set for the new year. So
Awesome.
always
And
making
I
appointments.
always be booking, right? And
Yeah,
I just want to
exactly.
give a shout out too, because it hasn't been just me. It's been Monique Brown as well. Monique Brown is an amazing woman. You've done events together, you collaborate together, you are an amazing team as well. So I want to acknowledge all of her work and all of the things that she's done to promote you and to help you and to be a partner in crime with you. It's a wonderful crime of passion that we're doing, right? So I think that you're both amazing. I'm really excited for this team. I'm really excited for everybody, because really it's just bringing yourself to the table, being who you are, and not, getting over those moments like Katie said it, like she's having some aha moments with a lot of things. And, you've just turned that dial right up. And so, you're 95% away to 1-star executive in a matter of 8 months, because you said, I'm going to follow what the team is doing. I'm going to follow these steps, and I'm not going to have fear. And I want to thank you for bringing your team to the heights that you have. And I want to thank you for being such an amazing team member.
Well, I can't thank Monique enough for introducing me to this, because she is my health guru. I have met Lisa through the process. We're besties. I just can't believe how supportive. It's all about teamwork, people. It's all about holding hands and doing this together. I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for Lisa, and if it wasn't for Monique introducing me. And I just can't be more grateful to you, ladies.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for having us on today, Tina. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be a couple of questions, and we're in a beautiful time frame with that. What I just want to sort of recap on is, Cindie, you talked about it last week, and you talked about a little bit. You made a decision. That's what you made. You made a decision. And I saw this, I heard this quote this morning, and I just wanted to bring it here. You'll never feel ready. Ready is not a feeling. It's a decision. So when you didn't feel ready, you did it anyway. And you hung on to Lisa, and you really linked with her belief and her support. If I don't know, Lisa will know. If I don't feel good, I'll just call Lisa. And how many times have you leaned on that and then just started to trust it, because it started to unfold? I mean, you're 8 months, a 1-star director. I'm 1-star executive, pardon me. That's amazing. And you followed the system. It's not something to come in and have to duplicate again. So when did your confidence start to show up over time? What were the things that brought your confidence up?
Oh my. I mean, we all have our own dragons to bear and work through and fight. And I think Lisa knows that of me. Lisa is the most positive, encouraging person I know. And when I'm having a down day, I call my Lisa and she slaps me around and she kicks me in the butt and and I carry on. um, I think that oh my goodness, now I've lost my train of thought.
Well, just what got you like from when you started in the beginning of not knowing but doing.
Just deciding.
Yeah.
Well,
Your confidence. Where's your confidence now, 8 months later, to when you started?
oh well, as you learn, you become more confident. So I'm learning about the patches, I'm learning about the system. So as we learn, we become more confident. As we do, we become more confident, and then as we teach others, that's where the confidence really comes in. Is when you're teaching somebody else to do what you're doing. And so, no, it's been a process of the confident building for sure. Um, I think that when you start to see your business grow, then it becomes really exciting. It's like, oh my God, oh my God. And so it's just it's the excitement, it's the encouragement, and then that brings in the confidence.
Yeah, I love it, Cindie, because when we're moving along with our business, our brain actually requires action. It's not intention, it's not thought, it's not, all of that. But you started in action and then you learned along the way. I just wanted and you touched on that one piece is and Renata talks about it too. You started to see it actually really working. You were starting to get paid. You were starting to, all of this. So you trusted the system before you could see it, and then you got to learn and action along the way. I think that's fabulous.
Well, I trusted the people with the system that got me there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you for creating it, by the way, because it just made I found I love the simplicity of the websites that had all the information, because then you like you guys always say, you don't have to be the information, you just have to show people where it is, and then people can take it from there. But I love that aspect because I love the simplicity of it. I felt like I wasn't under this crunch and to have to learn everything. So that made a huge difference.
As Lisa says, don't be the message, be the messenger.
Absolutely.
Yeah, show her the
Tina,
information. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
it's just magnificent what's being shared right now and how you guys are going back and forth. I trusted the people. You trusted Lisa, right? So dig this, people. She trusted Lisa, right? Lisa didn't try and just be all the information. Lisa introduced her to Tina. She introduced her to the Miracle Ready website. They saw a system they could plug into, right? They plugged into the Zooms, and then the little red book is going to become famous right now to track what you're doing and follow up what you're doing. But think about the time we're in. We're going to be talking to friends. We're going to be talking to more family members, maybe much more than we normally do right now. You're going to be talking to people who trust you. I mean, maybe not every friend you have trusts you. Maybe not every family member trusts you, but a lot of them do. And this is a really good time, to live that trust, to be in that trust, and to be able to show them you care enough to listen to them. Just like Lisa was saying, just like Cindie was saying, like we've heard Tina saying, listen and meet people where they are and keep your red book handy.
Absolutely. But the nice thing too is what I have learned, because I just really want to help people all the time, and you want to force people to do what you're doing because you know it works and you know it would be good for them. But I've really learned another thing is to let go and work with the people that present themselves and work with the people that want to be helped, and not trying to force yourself onto other people. So that has been a bit of a learning curve as well, because you sometimes you want more for your people than they want for themselves. And so learning to, like you say, be there for them at their level of where they want to be, and just understand that, I mean, like I am a realtor as well, and next is another word that takes us moving forward as well, because you can beat yourself up trying to be that person for somebody who doesn't want to be that person. So next.
And I think that there's a baton that gets passed along because I think we're all there. We've all done it. And I know that, I did it. Tina had to have talked to me about different scenarios, and you've done it and I talked to you. And so it's like such a pay it forward system that we have. And it's like we've all been there. We've all done that. If there's some people are just like, oh, well, that person, they're presidential director and they're this and that, and they didn't go through it. Everybody's gone through it. And if you've gone through it, it's your rite of passage. If you have not puked on somebody in some way, shape, or form, you are not a network marketer. You are not in relationship marketing. I'm sorry to tell you, because if you don't come out of the womb going, I just know all the things. Well, if you did, good for you. I didn't. Oh, I have failed forward. And so through that, and sticking with it and still falling on your face sometimes, if you just don't quit, just keep going. I'm getting truth bumps, goosebumps all over my body.
Yeah.
Just keep going. And there will be days when you are dragging on the floor, sobbing. What am I doing? Phone your upline. Don't phone your downline. Phone your upline and have them lift you up. Don't bring the people underneath your space down. And that's what I do. I phone Tina Coulter, and yeah, I do what I need to do. And so does Cindie Durney. She does what she needs to do, because not every day is butterflies and sunshine, right? There's just reality, and it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. That's priceless. It really is. And I love that. And there's just, Cindie, you just said, I want to know people. That's where you start. Somebody said, what do you say? You want to know people. You just want to know people. And that was your one statement today that really is going to sit with me and stay with me. So thank you. It's about connecting and what value do we have for people. And I'll show you on our site, we've got a beautiful little video to just really realize what we're doing, serving, not selling. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I do love all my little things that I found this morning as I was waiting for this call. And really, we talk about mindset and the way that we feel and stuff, and our brain will tell things to ourselves. And most of the time it's not true, but your brain doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It literally updates your identity based on repeated behavior. You will rewire your brain in action into what you're looking to be. We can't train it into it. We can't think it into it. It is in action. That is what I have done, Lisa's done, Cindie's done, in action. Now, I'm going to share with you the tracking system that we have in our back office right now. And Cindie, if you're okay with it, I'm going to start with your name and sort of go through little pieces, if that's okay. Okay, fantastic. And then I also can't remember what I was going to say because my brain stopped because it's in action. But that's what it was. It was in the chat. Somebody wants to know some text examples that you do. If you guys want to put in the chat, some text examples that you do, Cindie may be running out, but remember, it's about knowing the person. So it's not like a one thing, but you could send in, if somebody's interested and you send them the website, what text do you lead with that? If you don't mind just kind of playing around in there. just
Yeah, no,
significant
it's
stuff.
one that, like I say, like Lisa was saying, our friend Sherry Beatty
Yeah.
came up with that. I just
Yeah.
modified it to be more me.
Yeah, totally. And
And
modify it. So Cindie, if you want to put that in the chat while I bring up the
oh
other
gosh.
stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Tina, I don't know about the capability. Cindy's on an iPad and
Oh,
technology, and so she doesn't have a Mac like you do. I think the text you've got, and I emailed it to you or texted it to you. There were two. We used two. One is the before when you're knowing things and wanting people to know. And the second one is when they become a brand partner, what our expectation is of how they join this group, etc. So there's two that you may have. Maybe we could put it into an email or something another time, another
we could,
meeting.
yeah, we can put it on the Rockstar group. Keep an eye on the Rockstar group for those types of things. Okay. So when I go into my back office, I go up to organization. What I want to share with you is how I'm checking to see where my team is. The team paid rank tracker, where it says new, is where I go. This allows me to see who's at rank, who is, all the way up, 1 star, 2 star, all the way up to 1 star executive is where we're at right now. Cindie, you're 93%. What I would invite you to do is go in here and scroll through on your pages as you have a team and look for the people that are still brand partners because we have a few, I don't know what the date is until, that if you bring them up to 1 star manager and they're close to it, they will get the fast start bonus. That's what's going on right now, and it's to a certain day. So for example, I'm looking and I'm like, okay, Cindie, for this example for you today, guys, just so you can see, you cannot break this either. So please go through it, play around with it. But Cindie's 93 to 1 star executive. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to click on the little page there. I'm going to go up to next rank and I'm going to see what does she need. She's got this covered. She's got this covered. She's got this covered. So we're looking at volume. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. So then what I like to do is I then go and say, okay, within Cindie's organization, who can we take a look at? So we go into next rank. Sorry, I should stay in there. And we go into volume. So I can click here and it brings me up her team. And I go, okay, so there's Sherry, there's Joanne, there's Sasha. So let's see where Sasha is. We go to next rank and we go and we see how close is she to the next. Okay, so it looks like we have one person here. Where is she? Okay, so this is really cool. She's got one person checked off because I'm going to go back. I did not say the words for you guys. Right here, she's got one of two team members that have total downline volume of 2,000. So let's click to find out who's the closest. Well, Rose is close. So then what I would do is go 2,000 minus 1,652. Somebody who's on here, just shout out how much volume is Rose away from getting up to 2,000. And if you don't announce
348.
300, thank you, Gerard. 348 volume, which is not a lot. So then we go to Rose and we say, how can we support you to move up to the next rank of 3-star manager? She's at 1652 and she needs 2,500. Who is it? And we strategize to see how we can help that individual succeed to move up the rank. So I just wanted to give you that sort of glimpse of how you search through that. If you're just starting your little red book, I think that's going to be the whole thing that we're going to call it, where Cindie said it was the people that were in her head she wrote down first. Then she went through her phone and saw the people that she wanted to reach out to. And then she started tracking it. And then she started booking appointments. So She first got to know people. She wanted to know if there's value. So it wasn't just about giving them all the information, it was finding out what their need was and how she could be of service to them. So all of that is how I go through and see where somebody is close to the next spot. Then I go through their organization and I see who's next to move up rank as well, so that we're all moving up together. And that's what the exciting part for me is. While we're in here,
Tina, the screen is a little dark. There's
yeah,
something.
I know, I saw that. It was weird. I went to share and we'll go here. Let's see if that works now. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, that's okay. I'm going over to the websites. MiracleReadyInfo.com is the website that we share with people if they're wanting information. MiracleReadyTeam.com is the training site. So we have a lot on the training site. The Get Started page, we talked about it. Angeline does a beautiful short video of really what we're doing here with LifeWave in serving, not selling. And the Now Site app training video, as well as how to download it on your phone or on your desktop, is now there. I just want to let you know as you're guided. People are curious, there is a free version. Of course, Now Site doesn't make it as easy to find, but there is a free version. You don't have to pay, or there's a $9 and a $19 version. How to build your business. There is a short Learn, Launch, Lift. Lisa goes over it very well. And then there's a longer PowerPoint here where we break it down to one-star director, your pathway to one-star director. And this is where Lisa does a beautiful PowerPoint talking of how to reach out to people and giving you scenarios on how to reach out to people. So please go there because this is your training site. We have mindset. You don't know the industry, the importance of your why, your 5 levels of belief. We touched on all of this, not by accident. How to introduce third-party connection. And then we've got, if you have any curiosity, this one allowed me to become an advocate for network marketing before I knew really what I had in my hands. It's an older version. It still has the right message. And then, of course, we have Robert Kiyosaki and the cash flow and how you move from being an employee all the way through and how they make sure to advocate for network marketing as well. Now, I just want to lastly share the customer page. So we have a customer program that is phenomenal. And if you're not aware of the customer program, please go to miraclereadyteam.com. The customer channel, Lisa talks about the 3 and free, breaks that down. I share that with people so that they can better understand what we have. So I still don't, I know the customer program, but I use the tools to share it with people. Placing an order from a pre-populated cart over in the Get Started teaches you how to create a pre-populated cart. If you don't see the training that you need there, please, please, please let us know. We'll make a short recorded video for you. Now, this customer channel is for any of your new customers, send them to here. What I do is I take them to the customer, I copy this URL at the top, I send it to them, but if they choose to go anywhere else on the site, they can, because you never know when your customer may become your next business partner. And we have more account basics, so it helps your customers go through their account, how to make a pre-populated cart in their PC Plus thing, how to manage their monthly subscription order, how to place a one-time, and how to track their order. All of that is there. I just want to let you know as you go to this, dig in. The resources are here, so you'll never feel like you're potentially lost, and always, always reach out to the person who's working with you in LifeWave. So I wanted to just touch on that. I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that shared today.
Thank you, Tina. That was fantastic. Tina, Lisa, Cindie, absolutely spectacular.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. I've got my nice red book.
I love it, Sam. Sam
I got
is
a big
taking
red
action.
book. I paid very much attention for the last couple, 2-3 meetings. And my twin brother that didn't want to have nothing to do with it signed up because I got my red book.
And
You
you
go,
stayed
Sam.
and you stayed the course.